Welcome to Small Stories, Big Healing, where old teachings speak softly into modern lives.
Have you ever loved someone deeply and still found yourselves drifting into small arguments, silent distance, or tired misunderstandings? Have you ever wondered, why does something so beautiful sometimes feel so heavy? Once upon a time, in a riverside town where morning mist rested gently on the water, there lived a man named Kazu. Kazu was kind, hardworking, and loyal. He loved his wife Miko with a quiet devotion. Yet, lately, their home had grown tense, like a room where a candle once warmed the air, but now only smoke lingered. It was not one big problem, it was many small ones. A sharp word here, a forgotten promise there, a sigh that carried more weight than it should. And each time, Kazu told himself, "It's nothing, it will pass." But nothing passed. One morning, after another bitter silence at breakfast, Kazu walked toward the river to clear his mind. The current moved steadily, as if it had never known doubt. Near the bank sat an old ferryman, a slender elder with calm eyes. His raft was tied to a wooden post, rocking softly in place. Kazu watched the raft for a long time. The ferryman noticed him and spoke without hurry. "Your eyes are far away," the old man said, "yet your feet are here." Kazu gave a faint smile. "My feet are here because my heart is too noisy at home." The ferryman nodded as if he had heard this many times. "Come," he said, "help me with something. Walk with me to the crossing." Kazu hesitated, but something in the elder's voice felt like shade on a hot day. He followed. They reached a narrow part of the river, where people often crossed to reach the market path. The ferryman had a simple raft, wooden planks bound together, no ornament, no pride, only purpose. A young couple approached the river, carrying baskets. They argued softly as they stepped onto the raft. "You always rush," the woman said. "And you always worry," the man replied. The ferryman pushed them off. The raft floated forward, the water whispering beneath it. Halfway across, the couple fell silent, gripping the edge as the current tugged. They looked down at the moving river, and their argument seemed to shrink. When they reached the other side, they stepped off, still quiet, as if the river had taken their harshness and carried it away. Kazu watched closely. The ferryman turned to him. "Tell me," the elder asked, "what do you think keeps a raft steady?" Kazu blinked. "The ropes? The wood? The way it's tied together." The ferryman smiled. "And what makes it move forward?" Kazu looked at the water. "The current." The elder nodded. "Yes, the raft does not fight the river. It respects the river. It works with it." Kazu frowned slightly. "But relationships aren't like rivers. People are stubborn." The ferryman chuckled, not unkindly. "Exactly," he said. "That is why relationships are like rafts." Kazu listened as the old man continued. "A raft is not a palace," the ferryman said. "It will creak, it will bend, it will get wet and dirty. But if two people stand on it," he went on, "and they begin to argue about who should stand where, the raft does not become safer." Kazu's shoulders lowered a little, as if a weight had been named. The ferryman gestured toward the water. "The river is life," he said. "Busy days, exhaustion, money worries, old wounds, new fears. You cannot stop the river," the elder continued, "but you can choose how you cross it." Kazu swallowed. "So what is the secret?" he asked. "What makes a relationship happy?" The ferryman looked at him kindly. "The secret," he said, "is not winning." Kazu's eyes narrowed. "Not winning?" The elder picked up a rope and ran it through his hands. "When you love someone," he said, "your relationship becomes a raft you share. And when the water becomes rough," he continued, "you have only two choices. You can argue about who is right, or you can hold the raft together." Kazu stood quietly. The river sounded louder now, as if it wanted to be heard. The ferryman said, "Many couples mistake happiness for calm water. But happiness," he said, "is learning to row together, even when the river is not gentle." Kazu's voice turned softer. "But sometimes I feel like I'm the only one rowing." The ferryman nodded slowly, as if honoring the honesty. "Then speak," the elder said. "Not with blame, with truth." Kazu looked away. "When I speak, it becomes a fight." The ferryman's eyes remained calm. "Then change what your words are trying to do," he said. Kazu turned back. "What do you mean?" The elder leaned closer, his voice low and steady. "Some words are stones," he said. "They are thrown to hurt. Some words are ropes," he continued. "They are offered to hold." Kazu breathed in, and the air felt cooler. The ferryman pointed to the raft. "See how it is made," he said. "Not from one perfect plank, but from many imperfect pieces bound together." Kazu stepped nearer and examined it. The wood was scratched, the rope was worn, yet it was strong. The elder said, "A happy relationship is not built from never failing. It is built from repairing," he said. Kazu's eyes softened. "Repairing," the ferryman nodded. "When you are wrong," he said, "apologize quickly. When you are hurt," he continued, "speak gently. When your partner is tired," he said, "be a place of rest. And when you do not understand," the elder added, "ask with curiosity, not accusation." Kazu stood silent for a long time. Then he whispered, "But what about all the small things, the little resentments that pile up?" The ferryman smiled sadly. "Ah," he said, "those are the pebbles in the raft." Kazu looked confused. The elder explained, "One pebble feels like nothing, but if you keep them," he continued, "and keep them, and keep them, eventually," he said, "the raft becomes heavier than it needs to be." Kazu felt something tighten in his chest because he knew he had been keeping pebbles. A remembered insult, an unreturned kindness, a disappointment he never named. The ferryman said, "A happy couple empties the raft." Kazu's voice trembled. "How?" The elder spoke gently. "Forgive what can be forgiven," he said. "Discuss what must be discussed," he continued.
"And release what is only pride," he added. Kazu looked down at his hands. "I think," he said quietly, "I have been trying to win." The ferryman did not scold him. He only nodded. "Most people do," he said. "Winning feels powerful," the elder continued, "but it makes the raft lonely." Kazu's eyes grew wet, but he did not wipe them away. The ferryman placed a hand over the rope. "Do you want to be right?" he asked, "or do you want to be together?" Kazu closed his eyes, and for the first time in a long while, he heard the answer clearly. "I want to be together," he said. The ferryman smiled, as if the river itself had smiled. "Then go home," he said, "and speak as if you are holding a raft." Kazu returned through the town with slow steps, as though he carried something delicate. When he reached his home, Miko was washing dishes. Her shoulders were tight, her face was tired. Kazu stood behind her for a moment, feeling the old habit, defend yourself. Explain yourself, prove your point. But he remembered the raft.
He remembered the river. He cleared his throat gently. "Miko," he said, "I think I've been treating us like opponents." Miko froze. The water continued running. Kazu continued softly. "I've been trying to win arguments, and I didn't notice we were both getting soaked." Miko turned slightly, cautious. "What are you saying?" Kazu swallowed. "I'm saying I miss you," he said. "And I'm sorry." Miko's eyes widened, and the tightness in her shoulders shifted into something more fragile. Kazu added, "I want to understand you, not defeat you." The room became very quiet. Then Miko's voice softened. "I miss you too," she said. "I've been holding pebbles." Kazu nodded. "Me too." They stood there, two tired people, not perfect, not polished, but finally facing the same direction. Kazu reached for her hand. "Can we empty the raft?" he asked. Miko's eyes shimmered. She nodded. "Yes," she whispered. "Yes." And that evening, they did something simple, yet rare. They spoke without throwing stones. They listened without sharpening their words. They admitted what they feared. They named what they needed. They apologized where they could. They forgave where they must. Outside, the river kept flowing, but inside, the raft felt lighter. Now, my dear listener, here is the moral of this story. Moral: a happy relationship is not two people who never struggle. It is two people who stop trying to win and choose again and again to hold the raft together. In your own life, remember this: when love feels heavy, do not ask only who is right. Ask what will keep us afloat. Offer ropes instead of stones. Empty the pebbles before they become a burden, and speak in a way that protects the shared crossing. Because love is not measured by perfect days. Love is measured by the moments you choose each other, even when the river is rough. If this story brought you a sense of calm, I invite you to stay connected. This is Small Stories, Big Healing. Short tales to soothe your heart. To help this story reach others, please like this video, share it with someone who might need it, and comment below, what does a happy relationship mean to you? Your comment may encourage someone else. For more stories, subscribe and ring the notification bell. Until then, walk gently and hold the raft with care. Small Stories, Big Healing will be here with another tale whenever your heart needs a gentle reminder.